I've had these Lithops for about 2 years and 4 months to be exact. This has already seen about 3 winters. I keep them out in the open and they get rained on and a lot of sun. Hello there, my name is Liz, a self-confessed succulent addict. Welcome to my channel, Growing Succulents. So I'm just going to pull back here and you can see that up above there's no covering. So out of this whole lot here, only that one died. Those are babies now. So I've had a few of them has already flowered, and you can see in here that's actually divided or propagated itself. So from one plant it grew to 2, and from 2 I'm sure next year, so like those 2 here, I can see little babies inside, and that one too, hopefully that one will, I can't see it yet, but hopefully that too will split up and have a couple of babies, become 4. So anyway, this one here has been exposed to the element, and you notice that the ones that are the outer part here are all nice and healthy, and so is that one in the middle there, and the one at the back there where it hardly gets watered. So I basically water this twice a year, not even water heavily, I just sprinkle it, give it a good spray, but not really saturate it. So that one is a bit dry, but you can see that one is trying to have, I think it's trying to split up or something. And that one already had another baby, and that one, the main plant has dried up. You can still see the shell, or the exo shell I call it, outside it, but then this one hasn't really done anything yet. But this one, I would love to have a baby of this one because I think that's the only one I've got. And this one here did not live here. This is actually out in the open, next to where it gets, it's sort of partially protected but also exposed to the element. And this one doesn't seem to worry the sun or partial sun and the rain where it's getting at. And I normally water that area, and I kept forgetting that I've got this Lithops here, so that's actually seen a lot of water. So out of this lot of Lithops that I've got here, that one has seen the most watering, and it's nice and healthy, no babies yet, but look at that. And this one here, I had a Lithops here as well, and I forgot to water it, and of course it got attacked by mealybug and it died. And I have another, so far I've got 20, and I have 3 that died on me, and the other one is this one. So you can see that it actually, I forgot to water it, and you can still see remnants of mealybug there, that white stuff there in the corner. That's actually mealybug. So it had a baby, or it opened up, and it was about to be 4 plants, or 2 plants actually. It even flowered, and at one stage I think, and then the mealybug got to it and I forgot about it, and then by the time I noticed it to water it or check on it, it's already dead. So anyway, that one has got to go somewhere else. This one is a Plenopsis. I can't remember the name. Pleospilos Nelly, okay, Pleospilos Nelly, that one, with another really long, look at that, look how long that cute Lithops is. So the 2 of them together, they don't live here, they live on the protected area, and the ones that are in the protected area seems to be drier because I watered them only when I remember. But then again, that one has flowered and now has split up, so there's 2 plants there. So do you actually count that 2 or 4 anyway? So this one as well has propagated and split up, so now there's 2 of them. So hopefully next year I'll have 4. This is now my Lithops 5 months later, and in that 5 months we've had so much rain. I have never experienced as much rain as we've had this year, and I've been in Canberra for a long time. And yet this year was the most rain we've had. So last year I think they had a record drought, but this year we had the bushfire, and then it started raining in February, and now it's been on and off, and it's now end of November, so it's almost December now, and my lithops are all bursting because they're just out here in the open. And I actually, this part here, if you remember correctly, as over here, and these ones are really dry. Over there it was all wrinkly, so I turned it. See the wrinkled one? So that was part of it, so that's why I turned it around. So if you can remember, the crystal's just there. Okay, I better take this away. This is one of those variegated ones that I bought. I didn't buy it as variegated, I just saw that it's got variegation, that's why I bought it. But anyway, I love variegated plants. We're gonna move you over here. Variegated plants, get out of the way because we need this lithops pot. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this out, and oh, it's heavy. So there you go, better here so we can examine it better. I'm already on the ground here, slumped. More comfortable. Okay, so last year I watered this one twice. Now this year I haven't watered it, but the rain's been watering it. So I'm just gonna turn this around, okay, because I think, there you go, oopsie, sideways, there you go. So now you can see a lot of them now, like this one, have split up again. See that one? And I only had one plant, so this is now almost 3 years now, so a couple of months, 3 years. So, and every year I get a new plant. So from one plant now I'm gonna have, well, so far it's 2, and then next year this is gonna be 4 plants. Like this one's got 2, so I started with 1, now there's 2. Same with that one, now it's 2. Now 2 will be 4, and 4 will be 8. So it doubles up, it keeps doubling up. And then this one hasn't done anything yet. See that one there? So, and this one, look, it's just crawling out. And I'm gonna do with this one, see, look at that. See, it's just the baby just popped out. So, okay, we're gonna remove the skin. We're gonna remove the skin. Okay, I'm just talking funny because it's just my way of trying to be funny, but I don't know if you find it funny, I do. But anyway, what do you call this? 3 now. So 3 years, 3 plants, and by next year it'll be 6 plants. And if you can see, that area there is getting too small for them, so I really need to transplant this. So I'm gonna be transplanting my lithops. And hang on, we'll check on the other ones. Oh, the other ones there, they have their own pot. Those 2 are still gonna be left here. I can't believe that I'm just leaving my lithops inside here. And no mealybug, no issues with any pests or whatever compared to when I had them in my covered area. So I believe that if they're exposed to air and lots of circulation, that sort of stops the mealybugs from attacking them, and they're just growing nicely. And then the soil that I use for this one, look, we are gonna get to see exactly. So now we're gonna pull it apart and check underneath and see what it's doing. So the best time as well, summer is the best time to be transplanting lithops, because that's the growing period. In winter is when they're dormant, but yet these things were flowering this year in June. It just finished flowering. I think autumn it started flowering, and June I think it was dormant, but then it woke up again in spring. So now we're on the last days of spring. So when it's warm, on temperate, on places like tropical places wherein you have wet and dry season, I would suggest don't expose it to the moisture or the wet. It's the humidity that's what's gonna kill them. But here in Australia we fairly have low humidity, although lately we've been getting over 50% humidity. That's why I don't understand why these ones are bursting and growing. So look at that, so healthy. Look, I feel like opening it up, but anyway, but we'll do that when we repot, okay? We're gonna remove all these lithops now, and we're gonna get to see exactly the soil I use for these ones. Tip them out. Oh, there you go. Okay, so this is my soil mix.